What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 102 of the Rise to Glory here at Gibraltar Apex. And today I have you guys the final game of our Champions League campaign. At least maybe. It's certainly the last game of the group stage. It's going to be against Bayern Leverkusen. Big game for us. A lot on the line, really. We are, of course, guaranteed, I do believe at this point, we are, a spot in the Europa League regardless of the result today, of course. The way things lie, we have to beat Bayern Leverkusen or draw and expect Benfica to lose or draw, just depending on how things go. Unfortunately, Benfica's head-to-head record against us is superior thanks to, well, the result they got in the last episode, which was a disappointing game. And if you didn't see it, go check it out. I won't say what the exact score was, but it wasn't the performance we needed. It definitely wasn't the performance we needed, and it certainly wasn't the performance we wanted because, well, it's left us in a pretty tricky situation here. So we are going to get straight into the Bayer Leverkusen game, I think. I do want to cover just one thing real quick, just because coefficients are always interesting to look at. I like looking at the ifs and buts, and I was doing a little bit of that off screen just before I started recording today. If you look at our club coefficient, you can see we are currently in 38th in Europe. However, with our coefficient rising to 66 next year, we are actually going to climb quite substantially, potentially into the top 30 in Europe, which would be a really good achievement. That would see us surpass the likes of Celtic, Shakhtar, Wolfsburg, and that would be a really good achievement. The other bit of news, I guess, is the fact that the national club coefficient, we're currently 17th in Europe when it comes to club football. You can see our coefficient sits at 25.750 for next year. That's actually enough to potentially see us rise 3 or 4 places, and if we were to rise 3 places, that would see us move to 14th. And, well, I know this is all ifs and buts, but if we got to 14th or 15th, we'd actually get 2 Champions League spots and 2 Europa League spots. In fact, no, 2 Champions League spots and 1 Europa League spot? No, we'd get 5 spots, would we? That's a lot of spots for a league with 12 teams. I think that's what would happen. That seems like a really big rise, because if you look at us here in 17th, we get that 1 Champions League spot, then 3 Europa League spots. But if we can get into 14th or 15th, that is 2 Champions League spots and then 3 Europa League spots as well. But that's a massive improvement. I'll tell you what, that is the aim this year. That's what we've got to try and do. We might have already achieved that. It's hard to tell because obviously there's still teams potentially playing in the competition, so the coefficients for next year can still alter. But, well, obviously we know that we're at least going to be in the Europa League, but our games in Europe could be quite significant this year because they really could be a deciding factor in terms of the future of Gibraltar, at least next year, in Europe and how many coefficient spots we could get. If we could get our league up to 5 spots, including Gibraltar Lions in the Champions League with us, that would be pretty crazy. Either way, let's not dwell on that too much just yet, although that is super exciting to know about. Let's get into today's game. We're taking on Bayern Leverkusen. We're going to stick with the 4-4-2 attack. We got thumped by Bayern Leverkusen away from home. Today we're at the Space Park. I'm hoping for a better performance. In terms of the team, it's pretty much your standard team. The only change really is Frigier at centre-back is out suspended. As a result, Mustafa, who was previously filling in for Del Sol at centre-back, is now filling in for Frigier at centre-back. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Frigier, he's out. Mustafa comes in. Marquez, Hall, Del Sol, Young. Nothing weird there. Midfield, normal 4. Up front, Mitchell and Van Dijk. Again, nothing too crazy going on there. I'm hoping for a good performance here. You know, this is going to be a slightly shorter episode, but it's going to be an episode with a lot on the line. Of course, as I mentioned, we need to basically, if Benfica draw... No, well, let's go from the start. If Benfica win, we can't make it out the group stage. If Benfica draw and we win, we get out of the group stage. If we draw and Benfica draw, that's not enough because they're head-to-head. If Benfica lose, a draw would be enough. If we fail to win, well, we can't do it. Anyway, I'm going to tell the players that they need to avenge Bayern Leverkusen for what happened last time. When we last played them, of course, we lost 4 or 3-0. I think it was 3-0 against Leverkusen and 4-0 against Benfica. We should probably get up the latest scores, just because this is going to be of some significance, as we are doing immediately some defending. I mean, I'm not expecting us to make out the group stage now in our current situation, but we've got to give it our all, and we might have a chance here. Van Dijk, well, he's tackled there, and now, oh my gosh, it's a gift. Mitchell, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bayern Leverkusen. You have just given us a present. It's 1-0 after 2 minutes. It's a great start to the game for us. That Benfica game against Shakhtar the big one to keep an eye out on, really. But what was this back pass? It's a shocker. Tah just not there where the ball's kicked, and Mitchell certainly is. Makes it 1-0. A good start to this game. And as things stand, we'd be going for it. It's worth noting Shakhtar yet to win in the group stage in this group. So they'll be looking to maybe do this at home against Benfica. They have drawn 2 games. And actually, they've scored 2 goals. And if Benfica lose, all we need is a draw. Let's get the league table up as well. Why not? I'm kind of checking all the ifs and buts here. This is going to get kind of interesting, but it is still 1-0. There's still plenty of time in this game. We need a good performance here. Marquez, can we make something happen? Smith, back post. It's 2-0 here at the Space Park. Let's go, boys. Let's go. 2-0. And, well, Benfica have now pegged Shakhtar back. This is all kicking off. I went into this game a little bit pessimistic, playing against a team who were thumped just before. We've got a 2-0 lead. We've put ourselves in a good situation here. It's been a very tight game here, that Benfica-Shakhtar game, 2-1 at the moment. And as you can see, if the group was to stay as it is, we'd be finishing second on 10 points, which would be a monumental achievement for us. Either way, we've got to keep our heads on here, and we've got to keep defending well as by Leverkusen on the attack. Wagner, edge of the box, now with Bockman. Now with João Paulo, Pla, with Goralski. Can we stop the ball coming in? We can't. Ball in, and it's Bockman at the back post with the goal. He makes it 2-1. And while it's 2-1 in this game, it's 2-1 in that Shakhtar game, and it's been a pretty exciting first half for a neutral trying to keep up with what's going on in the group stage right now. That said, I would rather have not conceded then. And we might concede another here. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Let's defend this if we can. Another before half-time would be so cruel. Can we counter? Could we? We can't. We're giving away the ball. João Paulo. Bockman, who got the first goal. Fred through Hernandez, who scores. And it's Andres Hernandez who makes it 2-2 here. And, well, Bayer Leverkusen, having gone 2 goals down, really have stepped their game up here. Benfica still losing 2-1. And, well, as things stand, as you can see, we would be 1 point clear of them, but to get 2 goals ahead and to throw that away before half-time, a little bit disappointing by the boys, really. I'm going to tell the players that I'm not happy with the performance so far. I need to see more from them. Marquez on a booking. I'm hoping he can be a good boy for us. We do not need a sending off in this game. Someone is on a 6.0 rating. Who is that? JJ, get off the pitch. Get off the pitch. We're going to bring in Daniel Martinez. Going to make the change there and move Bouchard into the defensive mid position. Bouchard, of course, suspended and sent off a few games ago. I need him to be a good boy today. Mitchell, could you be a good boy today? Ball into the box. Keeper holds on to it. And Benfica immediately getting an equaliser. It's 2-2 in their game. It's 2-2 in our game. You can see as things stand, we'd be going out. But Benfica have just conceded again. What is happening? What is this madness? I've panicked. I've clicked and I've panicked because so much is happening. What? It's madness. It's actually madness. Shakhtar are 3-2 up. They've just replied to make it 3-2. But we still need to defend because if we concede here, we're in a situation. Marquez, nice tackle. Mitchell, Van Dijk, options to his left. Mitchell, Smith, please. Mendes, he's offside. He's offside. Put down the balloon. Stop celebrating. Set piece, Bouchard whips it in. Del Sol smashes it in. Makes it 3-2. He's been out with an injury. We've missed him, the Italian stallion. If he's hit that on the volley, the ball shouldn't really bounce in the box like that. But I'm not going to complain. It bounces in the box. Del Sol half volley into the roof of the net. Makes it 3-2 here. Absolute madness in this final Champions League game week. What is happening? It's still 3-2 in that other game. Got to keep an eye on it, of course, but it's 3-2 here as well. And if things stay as they are, a draw would be enough for us. Although, 2 goals in this game and the whole thing changes very, very quickly. We've got a few players on bookings. Bouchard is tired. I'm going to have to bring in Scott Gray. Bouchard's playing too well to take off on an 8.3. I feel like Mendes, we can't take off. Oh, we could. I'll tell you what, we'll move Martinez out wide. And then Mendes, who's now at centre mid, will take off for Greatorex. And in fact, we'll move Bouchard into that playmaker role, so he's playing slightly higher up. Still do have one more change. Do I want to make it? That's the question. I don't think I do. I'm going to hold on to it for now. Knowing my luck, someone who I thought I might take off, like Marquez, will now get sent off, because that's how this works. Still 3-2 though. We're on the attack. Mitchell, Van Dijk. Can we make it 4? We can't. He misses a real chance there to make it 4-2. That would have really put this game beyond doubt. We would have been just looking at their Benfica score with 6 minutes left. As now they're on the counter. Leverkusen cutting inside. The shot goes wide, however. Of course, if Leverkusen tie up here and Benfica get a goal at 3-3, we would go out. And well, 3 minutes left and Leverkusen on the attack again. Of course, 2 goals conceded would be GG, no re for us. Young, though, holds on to it well, the Swede. Now can he just get the ball clear? Can we make something happen? Martinez, Bouchard, Van Dijk, Mitchell knocks it past his man and scores. Makes it 4-2. Let's go. That should be GG, no re. Benfica would need 2 goals now to swing this game in their favour. We are going to finish second in the group, I think I can say at this point. We are going to be going into the Champions League knockout stage. What drama this has been. What absolute madness. Absolute, like, I don't even know what's happened. We're going through, boys. We are going to a Champions League group knockout stage for the 3rd time in 4 years. And what a performance that is. What a game to turn up in and perform. Leverkusen had some chances. They didn't take them. We took the ones that fell our way. We made our chances count. We get ourselves out of that 3rd place spot. And despite having a -2 goal difference, we go through with the 10 points. And I mean, job well done, boys. Job well done. That is a really great performance there. We are going to be going into the first knockout round. And, well, you guys will have to tune in next time to find out who we're going to be playing against. We'll leave the suspense there. If you have enjoyed this episode, it was a pretty good episode, this one. Maybe a classic? I don't know if we can call this a classic. It was certainly one to remember. Do leave a like on the video. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. Guys, episode 103 is going to be the episode that makes this the 2nd longest series ever on my channel. It's also going to be one to remember as we will be taking on a team in the Champions League knockout stage. Hopefully I'll see you guys for that one. And yeah, other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.